Well, thanks for being here on short notice. I know it's not a usual event. We have a press conference for what some people may see as a relatively small announcement. But the reason why we want to put it in this way is for two reasons. One is the fact that it is news in terms of a new process in which we're using. This is the first time that we are going to be utilizing the urgent lawmaking process within the community. Council recently supported that process, and at the same point also agreed that this matrimonial real interest law for Kahnawake should be the first one to go through it. Obviously, because of the nature of this law, where it could have no direct impacts on our community, or will have direct impacts on our community if nothing is put into place. And also, we're going to be putting together a communications plan within the community, which we're hoping the media would also help us and get the message to the community. But what we're going to be doing is actually later on next week, we're going to be putting out a preliminary information sheet to the community on what is S-2 and how does it impact our community and impact you as an individual, more importantly. And also later on in July, we'll have more detailed information coming out, further explaining the law, further explaining the reason why we feel it's important to have a Kahnawake law to displace this one. And I guess maybe to a certain extent justifying why we need to go through a urgent law process. Also in August, we're rolling out more. We're going to be doing some community surveys in the community to see what type of feedback we're getting in terms of concerns on how people feel if this needs to be an urgent law making. So that's all going to be rolling out in August, as well as we're looking at probably doing some kiosks at the service complex to directly engage community. We'll have our technicians on the file. Joe Dallaron will be a part of that, as well as Paul Nicholas will be part of that as well, along with Clinton and I, who are leading the file. So there are a lot of things that will be happening over the summer. As we all know, the community decision-making process is a lengthy process. And this is the first time we're using this urgent lawmaking. So we're hoping to shrink this down into a much quicker process, whereby we can put something in place in the short term and displace outside laws, while also continuing the engagement with the community, for a longer, more a more permanent law to take place to displace S-2 legislation. And this also, maybe as a final note before I'll see if Clinton has anything to add, but certainly it's important that to know that up front that we're going to be advocating to have this law go through the process as an urgent, and we're going to be advocating that's being done. I know in the past, we put information out to the community and saying, here's the information, what does the community think? We're going to be doing very similar, but I don't want to put no punches behind it, and no misnomers and saying that what we're trying to do here. We're going to be pushing and saying this is something we community has to do, we should do, and give you the rationale for it, and actually recommending to the community that it be placed as an urgent lawmaking. Ultimately, the decision is still with the community. Phase one of the urgent lawmaking, it goes to the community in a very simple question. Does the community want Kahnawake matrimonial real interest law to be in the urgent lawmaking process? Yes or no? So once that question is yes, fine, that engages the process, and we can move very quickly on that. If the answer is no, which we hope it isn't, then we'll engage the much longer process. But the community has to know up front, if we engage a longer process with all the other laws that are currently in process, it probably will not be done in time for the federal legislation to take effect, thereby allowing this law to apply to our community and allow offload into provincial government in terms of matrimonial real interests in our community. So there's a lot of implications there. I know I said a lot in a short period of time, but I know we're trying to get here quickly as possible. But if Clinton wants to add something, if not, we'll answer a few questions on it and we'll take it from there.
I guess maybe just to add to what Lloyd just said, and it's just echoing his words already, the importance of getting this to the people and getting the people to, I guess, realize how urgent this really is. I mean, without the people's support, we will have to go to the community to ask them if indeed they believe this is truly an urgent law. And if they say no, then it's no. So we need to really push the fact, promote the fact that we truly believe that this is urgent, and without their support, it's going to be, we're not going to go anywhere slowly, and it's just again to really push the fact that we need to be, I know council's on the same page. We all believe that, excuse me, we all believe that we need to act as soon as possible. Actually, today we need to act today, and I guess this is the first wave of a blitz that we'll be doing in the community. We're looking at next Friday, actually, I guess July 5th, to be the first day where MCK will be putting a very brief, like a 101-ish type of paper into the community, just to kickstart this blitz, if you want to call it that. And throughout the summer, there'll be a wave of information coming out. We need the community to look at and see everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly of this law that, again, Canada is pushing down our throats, not just our throats, but across Canada, and painting us all with the same brush again and again without consulting us, which is the norm for the federal government these days. So it's something that we need to be on top of, and we are on top of it. Make no mistake about that, we are on top of it.